Do you guys want to learn how to prepare your boat for the ocean? Follow me in. Here, we're about to hop in to the Sea Hunt Ultra 229 series center console boat. This is our 2024 model right here that we're fishing out of today. This is our family boat. It's great for multi-purpose use. We're going to take you on a tour, so hop on board. We're going to start from the bow and work our way to the back side of the boat. On the bow side of these Sea Hunt boats, you got 2 forward hatches and your anchor locker. So we got an anchor up front with about 300 feet of rope inside. Keeps it nice and dry, locks up, very good. So this is great to keep your storage dry. If you want to put towels, gear, works really well. When we use it for fishing trips like we're doing right now, we usually put ice, bait, and chum inside of this container right here. And then you could just drain it out at the end of your fishing day and clean it out. It's pretty good for a good full day's worth of use, but if you're gonna fish multiple days, you're definitely gonna wanna re-add ice as you go. And then here's a smaller compartment right beside it. This one we're using it solely for dry food storage. So we got like our snacks, we got some meals, we got some shoes, etc. So plenty of storage to mix it around. Over here, you got a seat right in front of the console. We fill that up with ice. And then we got our drinks, we got water, Gatorade, Cokes, etc. So great little cooler spot for you guys, holds plenty of ice. You can drain it at the end of the day. And we've had our drinks in there this is our second day here on site, and it's holding up pretty well. Just reapply the ice every day and you're good to go. So we're here at the center console of the boat, and this boat does have some center console storage that you guys can really use, and you kind of play with it based on what you're going to be doing. You got some storage on the door. You got some storage back here where you can put towels, your fire extinguishers, some measuring tapes, etc. But to give you an idea, I'll take one of these bags out. These are dry bags. This is where we keep our safety gear. So we got our throwable life preserver, our life jackets, valley hoop net. We got a float for when we go to the sandbar, chum bag, you know, just whatever you guys want to do. There's plenty of storage in this console for you to keep things dry when you run out. And one of the great things about it is you could actually lock it up too. So it's got a lock on it. So if you're on a trip like we are at the end of the week and you want to not have to take everything out of your boat, you can lock it up and you're pretty much solid. We're going to stick here in the center console. So this is all fiberglass. It's powder coated T-top bars, and then it's got the color match underside of the T-top to match the hull of the boat. So basically here we got our Garmin. This is the 943 XSV model. It's really good, very high definition. It tracks really well on the water. And this is a multi-purpose Garmin, so you can go from charts to sonar pretty quickly. And then you could even do a combo where you can do chart and sonar. So if you're out fishing, you're trying to navigate, but at the same time you're trying to find some good bottom, you can kind of play with it in that way. So today we're gonna just set it to chart for the meantime as we get out. This is a new place for us, so we definitely wanna follow the charts on the way out of here. So you got your Ritchie compass right here, just in case for some reason you need to navigate with a compass. That comes standard on the boat. And you got a little, rough area right here where you can keep phones, cameras, etc. It comes with a wireless charger, so our iPhones go right there, charges through a magnet, pretty convenient, so we can kind of swap in and out throughout the day. You got a JL audio head unit right here, and you got 6 JL audio speakers pretty much spread throughout the boat. And then you got your Yamaha gauges, you got your TAC that measures your fuel temperatures, your water temperatures, your pressures, etc. You got your fuels and speed meter over here. You got Bennett trim tabs. All of these things were standard on the boat. So if you're looking for Sea Hunt boats, and again, we're not affiliated with Sea Hunt in any way, just to make that clear, we bought this boat for ourselves. And this is just the way that we equip the boat and how we use it, just so you guys know. But it did come standard with the Bennett trim tabs. I thought that was pretty cool. A lot of boats in this range don't come equipped with a lot of the finishes that you're seeing here. This Garmin was standard in the boat, so that's pretty cool. And this Garmin actually has a through hull transducer, so you don't got the transducer sticking out the backside on the transom of the boat like you see on many others. All of your switches are right up here, perfectly legible. They all have something written on. Then you got some accessory switches if you want to add some additional features in the future. It's got the Sea Hunt standard little spinning knob right there. You got some Sea Deck for your feet if you're standing up and you want to hold on. You got the Sea Hunt logo right there, a couple cup holders, and then up here on the T-top, we keep our flares, some visual distress signals, first aid kit, our boat's personal information, you know, registration numbers, our fishing licenses, and we got our Garmin VHF radio. So the cool thing about this, it's all like a package that they put together. So everything kind of talks with each other through the network, through Garmin's network, and it's a really great feature to have. So this kind of pinpoints, you can send a distress signal and it pinpoints your exact location on the water. So still here kind of in the center, you got the captain's chairs. These fold up and down, pretty comfortable. And then you got this little rest bar for your feet that's nice and tight. So if you don't want to use it, you can leave it up and it's not constantly bouncing down. We got that. And then in this console, since you're on this side of the boat, I'm going to show you, it actually comes with some tackle storage. So you could put pliers, you could put knives, you could put dehookers. It actually comes with the plano tackle boxes, and then there's some storage up in here. And this is all water sealed, so you can leave this tackle on the boat and not worry about it getting wet if you're leaving your boat like on a dry dock or on a wet storage, etc. So on the other side of the boat, we also have another hatch like that one. It's a little bit different. This one's got more storage for your knives, so you can put 3 bait knives in here. It's also got 3 plano tackle boxes, and it's got drawers. So in the drawers we got just different gear, line if we need to retie, all that good stuff. You could again set it up the way that you like. We got our sinkers right here, but that's how we have it set up, and it's pretty convenient. So that kind of covers the more or less the center of the boat. So over here on the gunnels, you got 2 rod holders or utility storage. So we got 2 gaffs right there that you can place. You also got a couple rod holders that come standard on the boat and a cup holder. And then you got your recessed cleats that pop up and down. You got 1, 2, and 3 on each side. So a total of 6 cleats that are recessed. So you can basically pop them up, pop them down as you needed. And when we're kind of doing like an overnight trip like this, where we're going to be staying multiple days, we like to put our floats right on the side of the boat, our fenders. Put our fenders right on the side of the boat, and that keeps it nice and safe from bumping into the seawall overnight. Here in the captain's chair center console area, we got a full live well right here. This is also sealed. It's pretty nice and airtight. We don't have it really filled too high right now with water, but you can keep your live bait in there, and it'll keep it nice and fresh. It recirculates, and it also adds fresh water, so that's a nice little upgrade. You also got a bait knife storage area. You got all these spots right here where you can hang wet hooks till the end of the day, when you can go back in and rinse them off with fresh water so they don't get rusty. You got a little bottle opener right there. So one of the things that I really love about this boat, aside from this like powder coating detail, is these rocket launchers that are on the back side of the captain's chairs. So you can hold 4 rods very comfortably. Today we got our trolling rods / bottom fishing rods, because we're going to be trying to see what the day gives us. And then you got these launchers up top on the T-top itself. So you got 4 more where you can just comfortably store your rods while you're traveling or while you're fishing. And then it's got the kingfish rigs on both sides of the T-top, which I thought that was pretty cool. So if you're on the reef, you're anchored up, or even if you're drifting, you can literally just sit a line out, live bait on the top, pop it in there while you fish 2 rods on the bottom, and just wait and see if something drifts in. Over here on the back side, we're on the transom side of the boat. We got a Yamaha 200 horsepower outboard engine. Very quiet, very efficient on fuel. We really like it so far. It's actually the first boat I get with a Yamaha, but you know, I've known people in the past that have them, and you know, they swear by them. They say they're really good motors. So far we've had this boat for a little over a year now. We've done all of our services to it, and it's running pretty smooth, so I can't complain. In the backside, you do have storage. We basically keep most of our diving gear in there and a spare anchor just in case with some road. And then you got your dive ladder in there. So if you're trying to get into the water, out of the water, you just toss that down, and it basically recesses in and out. And you got a little door right here that you could open and close if you're hanging out in the sandbar, you're doing some snorkeling and diving. All right, so right here on the bench area, always have our little Yeti bucket with us, just in case we need to put like bait and stuff in there. So you got 3 hatches in the back, This one's basically just to get to your battery switches. Get to your batteries, check your gear, make sure everything, there's no trips in the breaker. Look at your wiring. It's pretty much an access hatch for that. And then in the center, you got another live well. So you got 2 live wells on the boat. So if you want to keep multiple baits with you and you want to keep them separated, you got both of these options right back here where all the action is happening, and it's right at your fingertips. And all of these, as you can tell, close really well, lock really well. And then right over here, we got this hatch here that has a 5-gallon bucket in there. So you could pretty much use this however you want. You can use it as trash storage, put a trash bag in it, throw out all your garbage, or you can kind of just keep extra rope, extra gear. I got a cast net in there right now. I got a yo-yo, and I got some rope. So, you know, it's kind of like a multi-purpose little hatch that I have. And that's what we keep on the boat. We got our measuring tape down here. On the back is a C-deck measuring tape that we put in after we bought the boat. We also got a freshwater washdown. So if you're out at the sandbar, you're out diving, and you want to just basically rinse off at the end of the day, you got a little freshwater shower that you can use and keep fresh. The 2 JL audios that I mentioned earlier are in the back. And then being that today's a fishing day, we got our Magma bait cutting station right here, which a little bit later, it's gonna get bloody and nasty with the fish guts. So that's where that is. Your freshwater fill up is back here. And then your fuel fill up is over here next to the captain's helm. So that kind of walks us through it. Over on this gunnel, I got a water hose, keep things clean. That's gonna be your basically your saltwater washdown. Turn on the pumps, rinse the boat out as it gets dirty. Keep it clean. That's what we usually try to do if it gets bloody or whatever. Spray it down. We got our deck brush with us. Give it a good little quick scrub down, and at the end of the day, it really alleviates the cleaning process. But all right, guys, that is going to complete our walkthrough of the Sea Hunt Ultra 229 Series center console fishing family adventure boat. Hope you guys enjoyed this this content. I hope you found it useful. If you guys have any questions on the setup, where we got the boat, or any information you may want to like share with me or ask questions about, I'm happy to answer them. Just definitely comment down below. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And we're gonna head out fishing now, so I'll catch you guys in the next video.